if you're going your separate ways, it's probably something happened. You have either grown apart, there may be some infidelity there, but do not let that be the reason why you affect the child when you talk about the system. The system in the long term will hurt the situation. And I say that very strongly, that I've never seen a good situation come out of this being in the system. And the problem is, it's hard, even after you get in the system and those two parents come back together and become friends, it is hard to get out of the system. Think about the end game. Think about how it's gonna affect your child.
Divorce and your kids. Quite honestly, most parents figure out parenting plans and how they'll each financially support their kids because they have the right mindset. Despite any friction the parents might have, they know their kids will be much better off when they work together and co-parent to provide. These parents' number one priority is a peaceful co-parenting relationship where their children can thrive with healthy, loving relationships with mom and dad. Unfortunately, it only takes one parent to fall into the trap of playing the victim or villain, sending everything off rails. It just takes one parent that puts their kids as second and lets their own self-interest of money, control, or anger to spiral life out of control. When that happens, not only are the kids more miserable, but both parents are too. It's no secret, children do better by every measure when they have two parents involved. While the data is labeled as fatherlessness because fathers are more likely to be the one pushed away or absent, the reality is it's about children being raised in single-parent homes. Kids from single-parent homes are at greater risk of life's hardest challenges. Some of them are 4 to 5 times more likely to live in poverty, 4 to 5 times more likely to commit suicide, 32 times more likely to run away and be homeless, 20 times more likely to exhibit behavioral problems, 9 times more likely to be high school dropouts, 9 times more likely to end up in juvenile detention, 10 times more likely to abuse drugs or alcohol, 7 times more likely to experience teen pregnancy, 14 times more likely to commit rape. Moms and dads have responsibilities and obligations to one another and to their children. Playing the hero in this situation has 2 parts in this story. The first part is to embrace and do your best to live up to your responsibilities and obligations. The second part, which is just as important, is to give each other grace when either falls short or otherwise doesn't hold up their end. We need to remember that none of us are perfect. Many of us will disappoint the other in one way or another, again and again. The secret to being a hero is that when the other falls short, you realize your options. You can either fall into the victim mindset, blame the other, and try to hold them accountable, or you quit worrying about them and do the best you can regardless of what they do. No matter how much you want to or how hard you try, you can't control the other. You can only control what you do, how you handle things, and how you take responsibility and move forward. When you accept that moms and dads are equally important in the lives of their children, that both parents, the good and the flawed, are needed, wanted, and loved by their children, you will be well on your way to a peaceful co-parenting future for you and your children. Step 1, embrace and do your best to live up to the responsibilities and obligations to your children and to one another. Share in the expense of raising your children. When you can do more, then do more. But do your best to stay out of the child support system. Step 2, give each other grace and accept them for who they are, even if they are not who you think they should be. Step 3, agree to 50-50 custody, regardless of the actual schedule. This gives you both flexibility as life, jobs, and circumstances change and helps steer you clear of court and child support. Having both parents involved in the lives of children is essential to setting them up for the right future and to create an environment where kids are safe, provided for, and loved. Playing the hero in this story means having mutual respect, schedules that work for both parents, flexibility, and willingness to accommodate and help each other out. It won't always go to the way you want it, but that's life. Your kids will benefit across every measure. They'll be happier and healthier, both mentally and physically. They'll do better in school and be able to stay out of more trouble because their parents put them and working together as their priority. Their relationship with each of you will be stronger, healthier, and they'll be more confident and secure because of it. The choice is yours: peace or conflict. No doubt you want peace for yourself and your children. The hard part is being self-aware enough to be the hero and not get tripped up into playing the victim. Actually, it might sound hard, but once you've made the mental transition, it's 100 times easier to be the hero. Be the hero. Be self-aware and keep your emotions in check. Be respectful of one another and realize that you are equally important to and loved by your children. Realize that it's not about the here and now, it's about the future. Realize that even in families where parents are still together, each parent's relationship with their child will ebb and flow over time. The question is, can you meet the moment and be the hero? We know you can.